Hello again, everyone, and Happy New Year. All right, so I believe this is my first video of the year. That said, I'm going to the comment section. All right, so this is regarding my MPC3 CV demo video from, I believe that was a couple of years ago. All right, so Rooftop Korean Music asks and says, I just want to use CV to send a sync. Why is there zero info about how this thing works other than YouTube videos? And you're right. There are several topics that don't get covered in the instruction manual, this being one of them. Out of the box, the MPC does not allow for an analog clock sync, but it does have CV tracks. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to show you guys how I use the CV tracks as an analog clock sync. So enough talking, I'm just going to show you guys how this works. All right, let's take a look. All right, guys, so for starters, I'm going to create a new track, new CV track, and I'm interested in CV gate port number 2. For this demonstration, I'm going to use the Korg NTS1 as my synthesizer of choice. The NTS1's sync port is connected to CV gate port number 2 of the MPC. So let's see here. Let's set this up. I'm going to set my loop for 1 measure, and I am going to create a few gate signals, because right now I guess it really doesn't matter which note I use. I'm just going to use A for now. Let's see, I'm going to transpose this to A, of course. All right, and I'm just going to do 4 of these. Let's see, I'm going to make sure that they're all transposed correctly. So that's A, and A. Okay, perfect. All right, now I'm going to go back to the main menu here. So we have a 1 bar or 1 measure loop. And right now it's just going to play through. Now, here's the thing. You're not going to hear anything because, again, this is basically just a gate signal. There's no audio associated with it. Maybe a few pops here and there, but aside from that, you won't get anything. However, what it is doing is it's sending those gate signals, excuse me, it's sending those gate signals to the NTS1. So let's listen to what that sounds like once I activate the arpeggiator. All right, so nothing special right now. Let's see here. Change the sound. Let's see, add some modulation. Why not make it cool? A little bit of reverb. All right, cool. All right, now let's engage the arpeggiator. Let's see here. All right, cool. All right, so we have an arpeggiator going. But again, let's not forget the MPC is in play mode as well. So I'm going to stop the MPC for a second. And notice how now we get nothing with the NTS1. All right, the reason being is because the NTS1 is synced with the MPC. Because the MPC is stopped, the arpeggiator stops. I start the arpeggiator again. Let's hear it. Or should I say I start the MPC again. Now we have. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the tempo of this 1 measure loop, and you'll see what happens. All right, let's slow it down. But that's not all, right? So I guess you guys see exactly what's going on. Essentially what's happening right now is that the the arpeggiator is following the tempo of the MPC just based on these gate triggers. And again, the notes are irrelevant. The NTS1 is generating the sound, not the MPC. The MPC is just sending a clock signal. But because we're using the MPC to control the clock sync, what we can do is we can add and remove some of these little nodes here, right? Some of these little gate trigger nodes. So now, and essentially all I've done is just sped things up double time, right? Almost like eighth notes. Well, hold on. Let me take a look at the grid once again, because I believe this is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. It's divided into 16th notes. So right now I'm using eighth note triggers as opposed to quarter note triggers. Cool. All right. Let's have some fun with this. Let's switch our time correction to triplets. All right. And let's see here. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. Let's bring it back. There we go. Cool. Actually, I might just cut these. And because I'm in triplets right now, I can... Oh, that's going to be cool. Okay, great. All right. Transpose. All right. And I'm wondering if I can... That's interesting. It didn't paste. Okay. Oh, well. Anyway, I'll just draw them in. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think this... Oop. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's try that. Let's go to main. Slow it down a bit. There we go. And essentially all I've done right now is I've just disconnected the clock sync. There we go. And we'll disconnect that for right now. There we are. All right. So, long and short, yes, you can use analog clock sync, not in the traditional fashion, but the one thing I do enjoy about this particular method is that you can actually customize your syncing pattern. You can use quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, triplets, however you want to do it, particularly if you're syncing an arpeggiator or what have you. And the thing is the MPC allows for multiple CV tracks. So you can actually, so if you have a device that allows for multiple oscillators to be synced differently, different layers, different parts, tracks, what have you, similar to the the JD08 or the JX08, you may very well be able to get away with polyrhythms or something along those lines. Again, we just have to take advantage of our CV gate ports. So hopefully that helped. And that pretty much does it for this demonstration. All right, guys, so that pretty much does it for analog syncing with MPC3. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to get back with you. All right, but until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks.